Hey, it's been a while. This is the Bottom Deal 3.0 video. But before I begin, I think I should talk about where I've been for the past couple of months. Um, at the start of summer, I kind of ran out of content to shoot, so I took a break. I kind of got burnt out. I kind of lost the fire for doing Magic and barely really practiced Magic. I did keep up with my actual gambling sleight of hand stuff, but not as much as I should have kept up with it. I also went on a weight loss journey, and that took up a lot of my time. I've lost a good 60 pounds now, so I feel a lot healthier, a lot better. I'm able to do sports again, or sports a lot better and a lot safer for my joints and my knees and stuff. So I'm back to doing wrestling, which is very exciting. But enough being said about that journey. I've also picked up other hobbies while I reduced my practice in cubing or in Magic. I've picked up cubing as a hobby, which is cool. It's just something that can keep my hand dexterity up, especially if I get burnt out during cards. I'm able to do this. And with that being said, I also got a job during the summer, which allowed me to get more lessons with Jason Ledeni, which is actually a good thing because it's kind of reignited that fire to keep practicing and kind of made me remember my original goals to begin with. So, with all that cheesy talk aside, let's talk about the bottom deal. Without further ado, here is Bottom Deal 3.0. This is what I'll be talking about. I'll be mainly talking about your grip, speed, and studs. And I'll explain it here in a second. For those who don't know what a bottom deal is, though, I'll quickly demonstrate it using the 4 aces. Usually you'll have these cards at the bottom of the deck or control them to the bottom of the deck. And then it's simple as just dealing out the cards. But when you get to your hand, or in this case my hand, the dealer's hand, you just deal them off the bottom of the deck. And after dealing them off the bottom, you should have all 4 aces in your hand. And it should look practically flawless with good fluent, where no one's going to suspect that you pulled them off the bottom of the deck. But I want to talk about the grip first. I had a lesson with Jason Ledeni recently, and a couple of things we talked about is grip. You should be able to immediately go into it. So there I am. I'm ready to deal off the bottom of the deck. Just about ready. And I can go pretty much. I do struggle a little bit, but it really should be as simple as just quickly, you square the cards. Sure, you need to bend them real quick, but now I'm ready to go. Like, it should be wedged into my fingers in the way that I need them to, so that I can just deal them out. Like that. I've definitely improved. Another thing that we talked about is retention. And retention only comes down to the angle. So if I have a very locked in bottom deal, like a lockdown bottom deal, where I'm just like, if my partner's here and I'm dealing myself the aces or him the aces, this guy's not gonna see that angle very well because I'm going there, and this guy isn't gonna see it either. But like a front on angle, I'd want it tilted downwards like this and make sure I have good retention on that top card. So it looks like I'm going from the top of the deck, but I'm actually dealing from the bottom. And the retention actually matters more with studs. You should be able to get into your grip, deal, stud. That was just a normal one, but you get the idea. Steal, deal. On the stud, you should have a very slow retention. Now, I actually like to do my stud takes not from a push-off. I know Jason does a push-off like that, just a slight one like that, which is fine. But you could probably get away with doing them the other way too. It's just whatever works for you. If you want to learn both a push-off and a stud take, then go ahead and push off. Push off doesn't really take that much. That's a push off. That's a push off. That's a strike. So it doesn't matter. What also doesn't matter is you can actually have your fingers like this. It's fine to have straight fingers according to Jason Ledeni. you're allowed to have straight fingers too. So that's totally appropriate for your bottom deal. Your main goal is to not have the finger movement, or having too much of a sound difference, which for my stud takes, again, I still need to practice. Stud takes more, but you get the idea. I don't know, this video is kind of just me rambling about it. I don't know why. It's kind of just me keeping tabs on how good my bottom deal, or how much my bottom deal has improved since the last time. I can't think of anything else to talk about with it, because grip, you should just be able to go right into it like that and be able to deal. Yeah, and I feel like I've gotten that down pretty well. Again, your fingers can be straight as long as you're not moving them. It's fine to be straight. Helps with sound management too. It doesn't matter what kind of grip you have. I've also practiced doing it from mechanics grip recently, and mechanics grip, it doesn't even matter either, because as long as you're even if you're fast, you don't have to be super fast, but as long as you have okay visual retention and you're at an okay speed, it doesn't matter. It just doesn't. And if you can get good at doing just that normal strike, just a classic strike, Gene Mays strike version, you can also do a cut card Greek deal, and you can do that however you want. I've seen, this is kind of how, this is the one that looks, this one, sorry, I'm just fumbling right now. This grip and this version of the Greek deal is from Down Under Deals. And then this version is the one I've seen Jason and Daniel Roy use. And I'm assuming this is the Robinson one. And it just kind of conceals that bottom card separation better. But I'm still pulling from that second to bottom card. I do struggle sometimes with this one. The retention can be a lot less because of it. I actually kind of prefer not pushing off cards in this version of it, but just kind of pulling cards from the top, like how Jason England recommends taking cards instead of pushing off, because then you have to have a retention. If you just have a smear, you don't have to worry about that. But I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. Leave tips in the comments. If I know not a lot of people are going to be watching this, but if you have tips for the bottom deal, hey, any novice will be totally fine with this. If you want my recommendation, my full recommendation is, I would, if I could go back now about the bottom deal, it really depends on what you like, and it doesn't really matter. Just again, don't do your straddle. If you want to be that cool guy that can do it from mechanics grip, be that cool guy that can do it from mechanics grip. Don't be a schnob that can do it from mechanics grip. Just be that cool guy that can do it from mechanics grip. I can do it from almost any grip now. I'm still working on the full grip bottom deal, where you're dealing like this and you're taking them from a full grip. But I'm learning to do it right now. And I've actually devised a couple ways to do it. And I would like to show you, actually. And if those who don't know why a full grip is important, there's been a huge debate around the world on bottom deals, false deals, and having those deals have specific grips. And that if you have an Erdnase grip or an Erdnase grip, you're actually outing yourself as a card mechanic and a card cheat. And similarly, if you have a mechanics grip, that's more natural and you must not be a card cheat. But really, no one deals from this grip or from this grip, or even really from this grip. Yeah, I'm kind of talking to people are more likely to deal from this grip more than they're not. But I'm kind of talking about Richard Turner there for that one. but more people are more likely to deal from this grip or from this grip. So it's important that you know how to bottom deal. If you really want to be an underground guy, you want to learn how to bottom deal from a grip similarly to that. And I'm not good at it anymore, or I haven't practiced it enough. But it's pretty simple. It's really just, I don't want to reveal the technique because it's kind of my own little, it's simple, really. It's simple how it's done. It's just, it's an underground technique. It's really just something you have to figure out on your own and practice on your own. There are some there's people that have mastered this, and I don't know if there's people that can really do it from this low. This low is insane, but my dad deals this low in the deck. So it's possible. I'm sure those who replay this video back can figure out how I do this, I messed it up right there, how I do this deal from watching the video, but it uses the same rules of basically any bottom deal. So I guess what it does is I'm just encouraging you all to go out and experiment with your bottom deals and just your deals in general and see what you can come up with. You know, I saw people apply these kinds of ideas and techniques to many kinds of deals. Like I remember a strike center deal being applied to a specific brief you have in the deck, or like a step you have in the deck where you can center deal. That was me attempting it right there, and I just dealt a pack of cards. So I guess to leave y'all with a message here or an idea here is go experiment with your deals. And glad to be back.